Hey people, look, I come before you as always as a very proud Australian hunter, but more to the point in this case, as a very proud emerging Australian duck hunter. And I feel like I'm joining a pretty long tradition of up to 40,000 years. Ever since first Australians have been on this land, ducks have been hunted, waterfowl has been sustainably utilised in Australia. And that shouldn't stop. There's no need for that to stop, and it hasn't stopped this year. I want to be very mindful though when I put this video out, as always, that I know a lot of people have been surrounded by a lot of negativity about the last Victorian duck season, and unfortunately with the way that this whole virus thing is playing out, a lot of people missed out on a lot of their season in an opening day. So when I show you this video of my opening day, it's not intended to rub that in, but it is intended to promote a pastime that should perpetuate in this land for eternity. There is no reason for Australian duck hunting to decline or stop. And by promoting this, I'm also encouraging anyone out there who's ever had the inkling to get involved in it to please get involved in it. And if it's not your cup of tea, but you're also a hunter, fisho, any other kind of outdoors person, please think about just, if you want your pastime protected, duck hunters want their pastime protected, let's back each other up. Let's back each other up. I've been thinking about hunting and ducks for quite a few years, but it's only recently that I really got stuck into it and made the leap. And I'm so glad I have, because folks, on top of the deer from the hills, the fish from the sea and the streams and the lakes, I have sustainable organic wild food falling out of the sky. And folks, I can keep harvesting our skies because there's a lot of particularly keen, dedicated hunters and conservationists out there who put all this effort into protecting our wetlands, which is protecting ducks' habitat. The key when it comes to the abundance of any wild animal is the protection and the promotion of their habitat. If I can say thank you to any group of people, it's those people. And one person in particular, I was very lucky to have the invite from one of those people, a guy named Troy. And he has a channel out there, guys, called Honker Hunters. And he's one of the first Australian waterfowlers that I've seen who's actually just giving away videos to try and show people how it's done. Just give any of the 101s and the gear talk and all of this kind of stuff just to bring people in, but also give newbies like myself a chance. And Troy, my God, you really turned it on. Your hospitality was incredible, and I've learnt so much from you. Folks, if you get a chance, please check out his channel, Honker Hunters. More to the point, here's how we enjoyed our opening day in Victoria. We got our good times natural, and we need to keep our good times natural from now into forever. And that involves all of us working together. Anyway, maximum respect. Yeah, so Western Victoria really turned on the weather for opening day a bit, but look, when you're in the presence of someone who knows their craft so well, is so obsessed, so passionate about it, it's just really hard not to feed off that confidence. And literally from the get-go, from the first handshake with Troy, I'm just learning every single moment that I'm with him. Anyway, we prepared a whole bunch of stuff for the opening day for pre-dawn start.
Boys, that's what I have in the field.
And so the Canada geese moulds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Canadian geese painted as my mountain duck. They're the Japanese ones. They're really light. I don't like them. Yeah. We're going to need some black ducks for sure, I think.
You excited, duckies? Duckies? Yeah? That's right. Best day of the year. Well, it's not too long after 6 o'clock. The sun's just coming up. It's been so damn windy, but that's just how we like it. That's duck hunting. That's good duck hunting weather. Mind you, it was 80-kilometre-hour gusts last night. That can probably settle down a little bit. I've already had some hardhead go over, some teal, heard some black ducks, and Troy's just getting a whole decoy spread out, which is just awesome. There's a law that says for the first couple of days of season we can't start shooting till 8 o'clock. I don't understand why that is. I don't understand why they've set legal shooting light at that, but it is what it is. We follow the law. So we're going to see a lot of birds come in probably before we're allowed to start shooting, but that's fine. For me that'll be great learning, and fingers crossed those flights don't stop after 8 o'clock. Anyway. Excellent start. I love seeing a retriever do its work. This is so good.
Hold. Hold. Good girl.
Good girl. Thank you, Tika.
Beautiful.
Thanks so much, man. Isn't it nice when a dog just brings it to you? What a cracking start. That was exciting shooting. It's going to go back for the others now. Gratitude and thanks to this beautiful Pacific black duck. Just folded. And to see Tika do its work is fucking awesome too. Oh, every little speck in the sky just gets me so excited right now. Oh! That one drop behind us. Nice work, Tika.
It's a beautiful green chestnut teal.
It's lovely. Male. That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Lovely. Well done, Tika. Haven't you done well? Yeah? Haven't you done well? Well done.
My first duck.
Good, Tika. Oh, there she goes.
Go. Hold. Hold.
Good, haven't you done well?
There you go.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Congrats, mate. Well done. Nothing like your first, brother. Well done. Staying high. Well, for a lot of people, this isn't the ultimate idea of success, but for me, for my first ever proper Victorian opening day, it's just wonderful to have a wild harvest on the ground. And it's all of us getting some ducks, which is fantastic. All of us had something to take home with ourselves, but we've got an afternoon ahead of us now. We're going to change things up and take Troy's good guidance and just see what another area brings for afternoon to the evening flights. Oh, they didn't really commit to the decoys today. A few didn't, that was awesome that they did, but a lot of birds, the majority of birds were saying very, very high. It is what it is. And I don't know, there could be a whole bunch of reasons. I mean, it is opening day, they're getting a bit nervous, but maybe something else has got to do with that. There's 3 beautiful black duck there and a wonderful male chestnut teal. They're such a beautiful duck. Grateful for all of them.
Just watch the cords because they'll all tangle up. Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, you get each one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah. Folks, I'm here today in a beautiful part of our glorious Australian coastline, and I'm about to have a natural harvest, about to hunt ducks, and it's been a fantastic opening morning here down in Victoria. I've never hunted over salt water before, and this wasn't part of my original picture when I was coming down here, this original Victor hunt, but this is fantastic. A little patch of crown that adjoins the bay here, and we can hunt up to the high tide mark, and there's a lot of teal around. Folks, duck hunting is a beautiful thing. Everywhere in the developed world, wildfowl populations are managed and valued through sustainable hunting. And it's no different here in Australia, it's no different here in Victoria. For whatever reason, duck hunting in Victoria has found itself unnecessarily singled out. I don't play into any of that because I know why I'm here. I'm here to harvest beautiful wild natural food in the best way that I know how, and that's as a hunter. And I'm here out of respect for ducks, out of respect for habitat and environment. And what I've learnt though from being down here, and I can't take credit for this though, is that local duck hunters put so much effort, so much passionate effort into the conservation of habitat and their environment. And people say, oh, the only reason you're doing that is for the chance to kill the ducks. I'm like, yeah. How many nesting boxes have you put out then? How much time and effort in that 9 months of the year that's not a duck season are you going out there spending your own time and money to improve habitat and environment for the sake of all water life in these wetlands? In this case, in our beautiful coast here. Folks, I'm so proud to be a hunter today. I'm so excited by the amount of ducks we've just seen just walking along this last strip to get to where we're allowed to hunt. It's going to be a great day. Yeah, I dropped him. Oh!
These miles out there. Good girl, yeah.
This is where it's at. There, almost there. Haven't you done well? Hasn't she done well? Can I actually have that? No, I'm not your master, am I? Thank you, Tika. I think you've done well. It's ducky. It's a cracker. They're quite petite birds. Oh, into it, into it. Beautiful. Ah, she's got it. Have you got a ducky? Have you got a ducky? Yes, you have. Folks, there's two absolutely exquisite chestnut teal there, and they're not the biggest ducks in the world, but man, they're beautiful and they taste fantastic. So one of these is mine, so I'm very excited to cook one of them up and see what I can make of it. An exquisite duck. Oh, it's a seagull, it's alright. Anyway, we're on the board having a great time. a classic moment of appreciation when you have a situation where just because this wildlife is valuable to us and we want to eat it, doesn't mean that we have no respect. Doesn't mean that we don't have that desire to interact and connect in that way. You know, we're part of this environment too. Like, I love seeing this, just talking to ducks. It's fooling ducks. Yeah, we like to get them close if we can take them, but this is a special moment. I'm loving it. Oh, nice one! Well done, mate.
Did I get it?
You did.
I did.
Fuck, that's miles out.
How did you go, Tika? How did you go?
Hold.
Keep.
Go, girl.
Oh. I got it.
Yeah. Down? Yeah, that'll do. We'll punch him.
Oh, is there a grey teal as well? Oh no.
Yeah.
Is that a female? No.
Yeah.
Doesn't get better.
What's this one? A grey teal? Oh no.
That's your first grey teal. Then you got another chestnut, and then that one there is a female chestnut.
Beautiful.
Some good shooting, fellas.
Hopefully another 4.
Yes, indeed.
Well, you want more?
He's not satisfied yet.
Right.
It's not normally this thick. Wait until they sort of hit the decoys to get a feed. Look at that move.
Well, end of opening day. Not for some. They're getting stuck in. Ah, well, but either way, first chestnut teal I've ever taken. You know, for someone it was a slow start this morning. For me, it was just bomber. This has been the best day of duck hunting of my life. And just, you know, more than anything, hunting for me is not just about the end result, it's also about where it takes you. And this has taken me to the first day that I've ever hunted over salt water. Oh, for Jimmy over there, this has been his first day of hunting and he's bagged out, and that's just so good. So stoked for him. Anyway, that's a pretty cool moon too. Just being out in the natural world and in our environments. The good thing about these kind of environments is they're not too far away for people to access. And that continued access is so damn important. You can just see a little chestnut teal just zipping along the water there at top speed. It's cool just to watch them sometimes too. Anyway, we're all gonna pack up the last of it and save the rest of our day. And thank you to these beautiful chestnut teal. They're gonna taste fantastic. Boy, are they beautiful. Good times. Hello, Tika. You're a strange person. Getting in your face.
Yep, and just open it right up. What we can do on the way home, like if it does turn ugly or something, there's like a couple of dams I might be able to hit on the way home and just jump and get some woodies or something. So,
Oh, cool.
like,
Arranging stuff so that it's as little movements as necessary. You can see all the decoys. I've got my hat brim, even the hat brim just kind of right angle, just to kind of keep everything as low profile as possible, and then we go 3, 2, 1. hopefully honkers down.
Take. Yes. You got one. I'll get it.
What's happening, brother?
Got one.
Okay.
That's what we wanted.
He's got it. Look at that.
You take that, go.
Oh, he good.
It's good! That's what's meant to happen. There's your honker shoot right there.
Oh, yes! You beauty.
Well, you can still only, between the two of us, we can really only get the 4 birds.
Yes, because the others get educated and they know it's not a good thing.
So,
Sweet.
to have pairs and 3s and 4s come in is perfect, you know. You're picking up birds every sort of 10 or 15 minutes, which is really good.
Oh, absolutely it is.
Yeah.
But the next couple, I think I'm going to see if I can let Troy knock a few and just get you a bit of a better perspective of what, you know, life in the blind is like. Also just because the camera's just not going to pick up what we're seeing, and it's just awesome. It's just to have them that, you know, 60, 70 meters above your head, just hovering, waiting to come into that range. Oh, I've never experienced anything like it. It's just so good. One's Troy. Beautiful.
That's really good. That one there is a really good example. Male mountain duck. It's hard to see with the weather, but he does have that green tinge in the plumage of the neck.
Yes, I can actually see a little bit from here.
Yeah, beautiful breast. Nice birds.
Nothing like them. Well, I just couldn't be more stoked. We've got 9 beautiful mountain duck here. That's just one shy off our limit. Folks, Troy's just been really generous and hooked me up with this bird carrier that he's had put together, and you see that little slip knot there? About to put that around each duck's neck, and these carry 10 birds each, because that is what the traditional individual bag limit should be, but obviously this year is 5 per person. But I'm going to just rig all of ours up now, carry them out off the paddock that way. Anyway, thanks Troy. If you guys want something like this, just check out his Honker Hunters site and he'll fix you up, because he's getting a few of them done up and I think they're really, really good and really strong. It's a really strong design. Now that's a brace of honkers, isn't it? That's a bloody ripper. You can do it this way, or the other way. Anyway, bloody handy. I still just can't get over the size of them. There's just so much there. Such a good looking duck, it's just amazing. So stoked. So, you know, when it comes to plucking a duck like this, if you are just interested in the meat for more basic purposes like mincing and stuff, you can just skin it. You can skin a duck very easily. The duck skin's awesome. I'm not going to pluck every single one of these ducks. I'm going to try a bunch of different recipes that might not need the skin. But with this one, particularly because I'm going to smoke it, I really want that skin because the skin's instrumental in absorbing a lot of that smoky flavour, so that's why I'm going to this effort. Alright, so I've got a bunch of hot water for this one, and just submerge it completely. Proper dip. Ah, it's hot. And that should be that. Doing the back half first. This is much easier. I find the feathers at the back a lot stiffer. There we go. All of this work would have been a lot easier, and I'll do it in future. Just do a lot of the plucking as close to shooting it as possible before it goes too stiff and cold. Well folks, that's a finished mountain duck right there. Really happy with that. Next step's going to be to put it in a brine and let it sit there overnight. Tomorrow morning I'm going to get up early, just let it air dry, just hang it out just so the skin in particular really gets that edge off it. Yeah, and then it'll be in the smoker for most of the day. Alrighty, well I'm going to put this quite high up on the top deck there. So, a low and slow smoke, 6 hours, 130 centigrade. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Now look, it is pretty firm, definitely overdone, but it's still cooked at quite a low heat, and it was heavily brined beforehand. It's firm, but well, let's just take a little taste test. Alright, so I've been going on about this being overdone, and if this is overdone, it was heavenly. It just felt really firm because the actual skin on the outside had gone so hard. These legs are they're just the best. Feasting. Folks, I've literally been enjoying organic wild food that fell out of the sky for the last few weeks, and it's an experience that I've treasured. And one massive part about that experience that I've treasured is also the social aspect. And folks, it's so valuable. For duck hunting to survive long term into the future, we need to make sure that best practices always adhere to, that it stays sustainable, but also that we get that good messaging across to our hunting community, but also the community at large about the value we place on this resource and how much work duck hunters put in to looking after it. But folks, that's come from mentorship. The reason my experience was so good, and I think I can speak for the same for Jimmy as well, that we had this fantastic mentorship that came from Troy. And folks, we were so lucky to have that, but for duck hunting to survive long term, my goodness, we need to see more of that. So fellas, I can't wait for the next time that we get to hunt together. Big cheers to you two and maximum respect. Good times.